I'm still independent. They sold 1 million records, yeah. Used to be on my checklist. Big diamonds don't need a necklace. Look, we built the sound like it's double speed Tetris. I cannot build without God in it.
From a city that's played host to 10 Super Bowls, here's a look inside the Superdome in New Orleans. Today, the curtain falls on the regular season, and we've got a good one in store between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the New Orleans Saints. The kicker for the Saints, Will Lutz, has it teed up, and here we go from New Orleans. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. First play, first pass for Brady. They'll swing this out to Fournette. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. The LSU man, Leonard Fournette, born right here in New Orleans. And once more, this play going in the wrong direction. The Saints get to him behind the line again. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Throwing now is Brady. The pass is caught by Cade Otton. And he is going to have the Bucs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And he's going to take this one down inside the 45. He'll get 8 on the keeper there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. This defense for the Saints, they were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game. And I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one. But 7? That seems almost impossible. But we watched it happen.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. Well, these two teams, they met in New Orleans earlier in the year with the Saints coming out on top. So they'll be looking for the win here in New Orleans to complete the season sweep. Fournette, a first down carry. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Now they'll throw with Brady. Throw left side, hauled in by Otton. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making...
He rifles one that's intercepted. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. It's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down. Another good carry there for the NFL's second leading rusher, and we've talked on air, off air about his MVP candidacy. Make a case for him.
Well, I'm just going to tell you point blank, it doesn't matter whether he's first or second or even third in the league in rushing yardage. That's not the main deal. It's how he gets those yards and the impact he has on his ball club.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. A quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete. The Saints had 10-6 now on the year. And they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now it's Wilson. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Let's not quibble about the game there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Nifty move. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. 9 yards that time.
Well, there was plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, this shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Back to Mixon on 1st down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. And I guess we're back to square one. A rocky start here. A turnover followed by a turnover.
Not exactly what we expected going into the game, but I always wonder about the nerves and people starting, the emotions of the game. Sometimes it takes a little while for that to play out and for them to settle in. Let's hope that that's taken care of now.
And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Fakes the give to Fournette. Now Brady rolling, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down. We need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this one is incomplete.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
But how about this, a fake? And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. Well, that's one of those, Charles, when it works, it looks amazing, and when it doesn't, it means trouble.
Yeah, you're right about that one, partner, because that allows us to say, what are you thinking when it doesn't work? Although I know in his mind when he made the call, he was thinking about the amazing part. But in this case, I think the defense, they caught on to this fairly quickly, and they were able to force the incomplete pass.
And after his performance last week, everybody saw an unbelievable. You can expect a heavy dose of him again, I think.
Without a doubt. I mean, why wouldn't you? Because once you establish yourself that way, it's not just him, okay? It's his offensive line, it's the tight end, it's your wide receivers, everyone now sharing in the load.
Touchdown, Saints! Evan Ingram, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Saints get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Lutz with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This one fielded at the 5. And he will be taken down here as the first quarter of play will come to an end. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards that time, taking it himself, and he has enough for the first.
Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the...
And now the ball's out, fumbled near midfield. And this is picked up by the Saints. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
Now on 2nd and 13. Wilson completes it to Evan Ingram. He'll get it inside the 20. Touchdown, New Orleans! Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Saints are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Lutz good on the extra point. And it's now 14-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And no return here for Wright. It'll be a touchback.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Brady's throw there, incomplete.
So many offenses want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
And that's caught inside the 35.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Running left, it's Fournette. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Again, it's Fournette. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. That's going to bring up a 3rd down.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one.
And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans with his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Sean Alexander for the second most in a single year.
And the Bucs are back within a score.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make our score 14-7. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air.
Keneduagu now out of his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
Out to his left. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
So often on these RPOs, we see the ball get from the quarterback to the receiver in what feels like a nanosecond. But on this play, he actually cleared coverage downfield a bit before the ball got to him. The net result, though, a considerable gain.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
On 2nd and 7, Wilson. It's caught by Jackson. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 33. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Well, they obviously red man covers their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that, Purple?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then he curls back inside for the completion.
And not much running room. Down to the 32.
Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. Wilson.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jackson.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Trying to get it to Jackson, and it's intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it.
And the Bucs are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line.
Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. Then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, they give up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on first down, that's what they do.
And they're going to get to him. That is going to be a safety. Tom Brady taken down in the end zone.
I have to think the sooner halftime can get here for them, the better, because that first half has been rough. And that safety, it only adds to their issues. The other sideline, though, I think they're fine if we just skip the break and keep playing.
After the safety, remember, they also need to give up the football, and here's the free kick. pulled in at the 24. Meanwhile, taking a look at what's going on in KC. The Chiefs have opened up a 2-touchdown advantage. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. Steps away to his left. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. Give him 32 on the play.
Able to hit on a big play right there in the 2-minute drill. Now they've got a chance to use all the remaining clock and build on their lead right before halftime.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. He targets Ingram for another grab. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. They'll set up the screen here to mix it. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Wilson. And the pass is intercepted. He was looking for Ingram. Carlton Davis picks it. And the Buccaneers are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that 3rd down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
So after the INT, it's Brady. Dumps it off to Fournette. And right around the 20, he'll head out of bounds. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer 1st down.
Defensively, they came into the game with the understanding they're going to have to slow him down on passes just like this because he was over 100 yards receiving a week ago. And you know they want to get him involved here as well.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. He's going to have the hook up to Gage. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They fake the handoff. Now Brady. Airing this one out for Evans. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Brady. This is caught by Evans. Touchdown. Mike Evans in the final seconds of the first half. And the Buccaneers are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is down to 2.
The score, Saints 16, Buccaneers 14.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away.
Fields the squib kick right around the 30. So we have reached halftime here in a tight 2-point contest. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought the first half, it didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime. I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense, and guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And he gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And the Bucs are going to take possession of the football. That is a tough way to start the 3rd quarter. You get the football, hoping to drive it down, put it in the end zone, and take the lead. Instead, they give them the football.
And I think the key here is for them to not get discouraged. That is not how they drew it up, not how they saw it in their minds. But there's a long way to go in this game. You know, they've just got to find a way to come back one play at a time. Yes, it's a cliche, but they can get it done.
Trying to get the run game going. This is Fournette.
And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32.
That's good for a Buccaneer first to pick up of 12 yards.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game. And that's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides. But to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football.
And this is caught. And he's in for the score. And his spectacular season continues as he ties the NFL touchdown record.
He is phenomenal.
Now the try here for the extra point. He's got it, and it's now a 21-16 lead.
Makes the score Buccaneers 21, Saints 16.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Nuwanger now from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we're having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and and he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, New Orleans.
I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
And we do talk a lot about how the tight end position has changed in the NFL. Here's a great example. It used to be that they were linemen who occasionally caught passes. Now they're wide receivers who occasionally block people. And right here, this isn't tight end speed. It's definitely wide receiver speed.
And according to Next Gen Stats, his top speed on that one better than 20 miles an hour.
And he'll get into the end zone to push the lead up to a field goal. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Now Brady. He completes it to Evans. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. A handoff, Fournette running left. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
A good action to this point in the 3rd quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. From midfield, here's Brady. He's got White here. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. He's having a nice game through the air. His decision-making's been really good. Solid there again. Just seeing nothing downfield, goes underneath. Nice game.
How about the patience? Because when you're having a big game through the air, you're looking for those chunk plays, those big ones downfield. Instead, as you noted, takes the check down, dumps it off, gains good yardage anyway. Really well executed.
And he is going to have the Buccaneers 1st down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the 1st level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the 2nd level.
That throw by Brady incomplete.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air and defensively. They were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Brady throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety back all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
And it's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9, and they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd. Now Brady. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. The Bucs passing game looking good on this drive. It's a 1st down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. The 4th touchdown pass of the game for Tom Brady. And the Buccaneers have answered back with a 3rd quarter touchdown of their own to retake the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will make this a 4-point game.
Saints 24.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Fair catch made on the 25-yard line. The Saints take
offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive, so we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
On 2nd and 7, Wilson. He'll rifle this one deep right side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I usually hesitate when I say a guy's got world-class speed, but this guy might. So let's fire the starter's pistol. Let's go. If you've got him, you've got to try and use him. A lot of anticipation with the ball in the air, but no, incomplete.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Now Wilson. Hard throw, incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
One quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Here's the option, running right. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end.
15 more yards there and quickly another first down. Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now for getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Brady. His throw incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. On play action, it's Brady. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Nice call by the defense there on 3rd down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Mixon with a first down. And he loses the football a second time.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home, the next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. They go play action now. Wilson. And this one into the hands of Ingram downfield. And he's going to be shoved out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 41 yards. They lulled them to sleep there, so to speak. That was all set up by the running game, wasn't it?
Another example of what all offensive coordinators tell us. When the running game's operating, it really opens up the playbook, and that's when they hit them with the play action. And you can see the defenders rushing towards the line of scrimmage, then scrambling back, trying to cover.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Joe Mixon with career touchdown number 126, the same number Jim Brown had during his 9-year career. And the Saints are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter.
Fair catch. Getting to the 25-yard line. The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. It looked like almost a miscommunication defensively because once he decided to keep it, he had pretty smooth sailing.
Yeah, it became a question of, wait a minute, who's got the quarterback? When we talk about miscommunication, it's supposed to be called assignment football on the defensive side of the ball, but the assignment gets mixed up. That's the end result.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. To throw is Brady. This one taken in by Otten. They'll give him 4 yards there. And now it's 3rd and 3.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you're at a second defender. But the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
A quick throw by Brady complete. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. That time the conversion comes courtesy of the RPO.
And know what it did? It moved the sticks. Nice pickup on 3rd down. Even better decision.
Inside handoff now to Fournette. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now Brady. That's out to his running back, Fournette. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A shotgun give to Fournette. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. They'll come up now on second and a yard. They'll run it again with Fournette. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. 9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. Brady to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. But forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play. A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. Now Brady. And that's going to be incomplete. The way he's thrown the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like that there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. And that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
Russell Gage, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Buccaneers answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. Point after, right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead.
Saints 31.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. So remember, Charles, last time they were out here, they scored, but they just saw the opposition score, and they're trailing right now, so they're trying to keep pace here. They need a touchdown drive.
Well, if you're a fan of offense, you're loving this, but if you're a fan of defense, this is tough to watch, and it's also tough to keep that up when you just watch your opponent march down the field on a scoring drive that lasts into double-digit snaps. You need a score here, not just to follow the momentum from your last drive, but put the onus back on your opponent. And that's what they're doing right now, swapping that onus back and forth.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Here's Wilson. This goes out wide from Mixon. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy on the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Wilson to throw. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. And the Buccaneers have just about sewn up this football game.
That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Second down, back to Fournette.
The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something, and they did in this one.